Hello folks, welcome back to 57 Flavors, and the doctor is back in, and I've got my medical assistant Cupcake here who's going to help me out. We're going to make some doctored up meatloaf. So we're going to start with the recipe that's off the back of Stovetop Stuffing, and they call it Easy Pleasing Meatloaf. Okay, kid, you come on. So with Easy Pleasing Meatloaf off the back of the box, they call for 2 pounds of lean ground beef, 1 package of stovetop stuffing mix, 1 cup of water, 2 eggs beaten, a half a cup of Kraft Original Barbecue Sauce divided into 2, and you combine those all, and you preheat the oven to 375, and you shape it into meatloaf, and you put it in the pan and you bake it for 1 hour or until done. So we're going to start off with that, but I'm going to kick it up a little bit, or doctor it up a little bit with, instead of barbecue sauce, I'm going to use good old ketchup. I'm going to throw in a little bit of garlic. You could even throw in some sauteed mushrooms or onions if you want. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of stick to the original recipe. And then I'm also going to do half 1 pound of beef, ground chuck, and half a pound of ground pork. So let's get started with it. So we're going to start with our eggs, and we're just going to crack those into our bowl. And y'all know how I feel about eggs and cross-contamination, so I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And the instructions are to whisk the eggs. So we're gonna whisk those briefly. And that looks whisked enough. And then our meat. And again, I'm going to wash my hands. And our stovetop stuffing mix. I love making recipes off of the back of boxes. These companies have spent probably millions of dollars in research and development making these tasty recipes, so why not? And often they're quick and easy as well. Our ketchup, we're going to do 1/4 cup in the actual recipe, or in the actual meatloaf itself, and then we're going to do 1/4 cup on the top. And I'm going to add some garlic because I love garlic, and don't listen to what they say about garlics and vampires. They're just garlic intolerant. And I'm going to measure my water out first, but I'm going to put that in last. It calls for 1 cup of water. Never measure over your bowl. Okay, now the fun begins. We're just going to get our hands dirty here. And this is a lot of fun to do with kids. It's easy. They get to enjoy making something with mommy and daddy. Take some time to incorporate here, but just take your time and just knead all those ingredients in. Okay, I'm gonna incorporate some of that water, not all at one time, but I'm gonna gradually work that in. And this is a fun therapeutic activity too, to get your frustrations out. Okay, doing pretty good with that. Do a little bit more water. This would probably work out well if you had one of those beautiful KitchenAid mixers. But for those of us who have, you know, 100,000 or more student loans, we got to do things by hand. Okay, almost there. The reason why I like the ketchup is, for me, I don't know what's happened over the years with barbecue sauce, but most of it is just too smoky. I think they've gone overboard with the liquid smoke or smoke flavoring in there. I want that flavoring to come from the actual like charcoal that I'm using to cook my meat, not some artificial smoke flavoring that they put into things, but that's just a personal thing. When I was a kid, barbecue sauce was typically a little bit more on the sweeter ketchup-y side. Okay, folks, I think we're almost there. I'm gonna spray my pan. I'm gonna step away here for a second and wash up. All right, kids, I'm back with my spray. And we're just gonna spray this bread pan. And I love that it's enameled, or they used to call it granite ware. I think nowadays they're calling it ceramic coating. And we're just transferring our meatloaf mixture right into there. That fits perfectly in there. Just evening that out. Probably want a little bit of like a ridge in the middle, but not too much. And then I'm just gonna squirt the ketchup on top instead of measuring it out. Smooth that out with a spoon, and then in the oven at 375 for 1 hour. All right, kids, I've washed my hands again after touching my eggy meat mixture, and I'm just gonna try to evenly go across the surface with my ketchup. Smooth that out here with my spoon. Okay, folks, gonna pop this in the oven, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, folks, I've preheated the oven to 375. I'm going to slide this in for an hour. And I'll show you the end results when it's done. All right, folks, this is what the end result right out of the oven of our doctored up stovetop stuffing meatloaf. And I will let this cool and show you it plated. Thanks. All right, folks, this is the doctored up stovetop stuffing meatloaf. This is plated, and you can see here that my medical assistant Boris is very interested in its dish. So probably give him a bite here, but we'll take a bite here ourselves. Very good, very tasty, very moist. In this case, I used the pork stovetop stuffing. You can use any of the stovetop stuffings in it. I think the recipe actually called for chicken, but I like this a lot. So try it out. Well, folks, that's it for tonight on 57 Flavors. I hope you enjoyed the recipes. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought, what you might do differently. If there's any questions you have, or if there's a recipe that you'd like me to tackle. Also, please check out my other channel, Movie MP. That is the vlog where I review movies and provide the life lessons or success tips that we can learn from those films. Until then, you all have a great night, and as always, my prescription is have 2 servings and call me in the morning. I gotta go pay my medical assistants, Boris and Cupcake now, so we'll see y'all.